Well, the head came back in a totally different box, but that's okay. I'm guessing that means that they either had to take more apart than I thought, or it had more damage than I was hoping it was going to have. But either way, they sent a nice box with 2x8s for sides and the particle board for top and bottom, 3/4 inch particle board. That seemed to work fine. They had little pieces of 2x4 holding it down from the top. They had it, well, they tried to have the pieces I bolted it to connected, but then those broke, but it worked. I don't know what happened to the box that I made. I'm guessing they didn't like it, or it was too hard to use, or they had to take things apart to get it stuff that I couldn't get to, or something. Or maybe it just got damaged in shipment. But they made me a new box. This box is way simpler than the one I had. But that's okay. Based on the wood I had, I did what I could. I did not have 2x8s or that. It looks like they reused the boards that I had, the big bolts bolted through into the head, and they had those screwed in on both sides, and little pieces of wood on top of the shaft area to try and hold it down. And it still spins, which is good. I would hope that didn't change from shipping it, because that would mean bad stuff happened. But I don't think that was the case. I think it arrived successfully, even if these did not end up being in one piece. It does look like the bolt heads were beating the heck out of the side of the box. But the only big damage, there's a little bit of damage on the corner. The 2x8 got split out. I'm guessing the screw went in too close and it clipped the end of something. But they had the bottom, or they had those 2x4s screwed in with 2 screws on each side and then 4 along the length. And yeah, otherwise the bottom was good. The other corners were good. They also must have thought handles were a good idea, so they added handles on the side. So yeah, that's all the fluff and stuff from the inside, probably mostly from here, and little bits of the other 2x4s. But it got back here successfully, so that's cool. So now I just get to finish putting stuff back together, or I should say, finish cleaning things up and then go from there. I have to decide. They quoted almost as much for a replacement head as a brand new 8-inch Laguna joiner is. Meaning the full custom length and everything else. So I have to figure out if and what I'm gonna try for that. This is the cool jointer. I don't know if it's a cool jointer plus the price of a brand new 8-inch jointer just to get the head redone. So we'll see. I have another question, like if we scrap the idea of keeping the Babbitt bearings and just did it with regular bearings, how much that would cost, something like that would cost. So hopefully we'll get that answer Monday. But as it is, paying that much for just a replacement head, if I hadn't spent so much on it originally, it'd be a little better. But I ended up paying, as I said before, more than it was probably worth had I known it was just an 8-inch. I mean, granted, the giant tables are awesome. You don't get that on the new ones. But you don't really use the whole thing on the new ones either. You only use the 8 inches. And then on the new one, the reason it's so wide is the fence sits on top versus off to the side. The new ones, the fence sits off to the side. So, yeah, have to see. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll sell it. I'm at least going to clean it all up fancy first before, regardless. So that way it'll all be nice and ready to go, regardless of whether I keep these or get a new one or what. Head's back. That part's cool.